Wonders of technology. So how are you going? Everybody watching, this is Justine and Nick of Pure Seafood Company. Tell us a little bit about yourself, guys.
Yeah, so we are an online seafood retailer. We deliver now nationally, and we do a broad range of all kinds of seafood, shellfish, regular portioned fish, as the guys are doing there. We're now diving into lovely prawns, and we're also doing a few new whole fish products. So fully prepped, head off, gutted, trimmed, so kind of ready to either grill, oven, barbecue, whatever you like, you know.
And it sounds like you have a small child as well.
Yeah, there's two. One of them's very quiet, and the other one's a bit noisy. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, no, because we've got some of your Plaice already, and we noticed that it was all ready for the pan. We were like, oh wow, this is really cool.
Yeah. So one thing we did put the Plaice and the lemon soles and things on the website, just trimmed as they were. I think most people don't like their food staring at them. So to fully trim it, as we call, fully pan ready, skin on, because it's the best way to protect the flesh, you know, no matter how you're cooking it. There you go.
That's amazing.
Yeah, cleaned, really fresh, vacuum packed, and blast frozen, you know, ready for you to use as you wish.
I'm going to taste a little bit now.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, wow.
It's stunning. Really, really lovely.
So the place you've got there is came down from the Shetland Islands, Dayboat Court.
Wow.
Okay. Oh, we know the Shetland Islands. We know a butcher up there and a lady, the Pecora Explorer up there.
Oh, yeah.
We did a show from the Shetland Islands.
So, yeah. Wow.
You did lemon soul today. So you guys have got Plaice and Nick has done lemon soul just for a bit of a change.
How did you do it, Nick?
I parceled it really. So just did a base of sliced lemon, a little bit of the salmon fire, which you guys have got there, on top of the lemon, and then placed the fish on top of that. Bit of white wine in the bottom, so it sort of adds a bit of steam, and then a bit of smoked black pepper, sea salt, a little bit of thyme as well.
Oh, amazing.
Ooh.
So it acts as like, as you say, the white wine acts as like a bit of a steam and gives it a nice, like, soft finish.
Yeah, I think it's funny because I was trying to think of different ways of doing flatfish on the barbecue, and initially you think of putting the fish on the grill itself, and then you think, oh, you know, is it going to burn? Is it going to stick? And all that kind of stuff. And then, well, actually, you can use it, can't you? Like an oven and a smoker and things like that. So that's what I'm doing now. So.
Okay, yeah, I've got a new barbecue that I'm just trialing out. It's made in Voy, so I was careful and I used the fish racket. How's that? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, fish rack. I've got one here for our prawns. So I'm doing prawns in two different ways. I've got a bit of smoking chips on the barbie as well. So some of the prawns I've laid in a dish, metal dish. You can see the prawns on the rack.
Oh, awesome.
Wow. That's a good way to do it. I haven't thought of that before.
Yeah, I'll have to invest in one of these, I think, Hills. I'm the only piece of barbecue equipment I don't own.
Yeah, that's quite a good one, that. And I just coated it in a bit of oil and then just salt and pepper. I mean, salt and pepper is just a bit of a gimmick when the shell's on it, but it just allows the prawns themselves to, I suppose, speak for themselves in if you want to say that, really, you know, because of the natural flavors. And then the other prawns I've laid out in a dish. We'll take some pictures of that later. And I've, again, put some white wine, some smoked piment on, salt and pepper, and a bit of lemon, and just let them sort of sit on the barbie and smoke a little bit, as well as just sort of steam.
Oh, lovely. I remember from last time you cold smoke all your ingredients, don't you? Your pepper and things like that.
I think smoked pepper is a fantastic ingredient to use.
Well, I remember you said last time you cold smoke, don't you, your black pepper? Is that right?
Yeah. No, I haven't, but I do. I buy some. I get sent some, fun enough, from my sister-in-law in America. They do a bourbon smoked black pepper, which is rather good.
That sounds good. Yeah.
Unfortunately, not available. But
We
I
might have to think about that, Jack.
Yeah, exactly.
We might have to think about that, Jack.
Yeah, we could give that a go. Bit of cold smoking with some buffalo trace.
Yeah.
I must say these prawns are very good. I've eaten all I did 4 just to have a little tester. This is the last one, so.
I see you peeled yours, Jack.
Yeah, I said to Hilary I wasn't sure how best to do it, so I peeled them all and deveined them and then did them in a little bit of chimichurri. So I made some chimichurri and like marinated them in that. But yeah, really nice.
So whereas mine, I just peeled the not the whole tail, leave the little tail bit on, and left the heads on, and then put them on that way and deveined them that way. There's a few ways. I think you can also slice them and sort of open them up a bit as well, whilst you still got the head and tail on them if you want to get really fancy.
Nice.
Yeah,
I think so. It's always
the other ones before, wasn't it?
Yeah, we butterflied them before. I think that the shell on are good because if you're confident with shelling them or prepping them, then you do have a few options, especially if the flavour you want on the meat. So unless you're gonna I don't know, maybe brine them or even just marinate them overnight, obviously that flavour won't permeate through the shell very easily. So it's always a good way.
Yeah.
Okay. So. The faithful assistant here, Jack, the sous chef.
Right.
The magic ingredient, we've made a little bit of a sauce here. It's got capers, anchovies, butter, and a bit of parsley in there. So I'm going to put that on the fish. Lemon.
Did you see that, guys? Very cool.
Oh, look at that. What's that on the right-hand side there?
Those
prawns smoking away.
Yeah, so those the prawns that we just laid in the dish, bit of white wine, seasoning, lemon and that. And then I put a few smoking chips on there just so the smoke will sort of add a bit of extra to it. And then you've got the lemon salt.
There you go. How's that?
Wow, look at that, Hills. That's amazing.
Oh, look at that fish they got. I think I need a bit of samphire on this one too, don't I? Hang on.
Yeah, you know what? I need to get mine. I'll do mine actually for the for dinner later. I'll get it on. But for now, this. Look at that. I don't know if you can see the skin on that, mate. Yeah. Oh.
How does that look?
Beautiful, Hills.
I might do some photos of that before that one disappears pretty quickly.
That's the hardest thing, yeah. Try and take photos before people eat it.
So tell us a little bit about the Pure Seafood Company. I saw somewhere that it's been around since 1907.
Yeah, so the main company, Pure Oyster Company, is from 1907, which is the wholesale side of it. And then Nick created it in 2011, Pure Seafood. So that's when the retail/home deliveries came up.
Okay. So you guys were well in before all of the pandemic stuff came along. So you've been doing home delivery for some time.
Yeah, it's on a quite small local level we did it, and then once we had to diversify a little bit due to COVID, it just sort of kicked off from there really. So it was a good opportunity for people to find us and sort of experience our products. And now we're trying to push it nationally. So we're focusing a lot on it's a bit of a taboo word really. It's frozen, but because of the way we're buying the products and we're bringing them in and prepping them straight away, vacuum packing them and freezing them, blast freezing them, you retain as much as the quality of the product as possible. It's never going to be as good as buying it straight off the counter or the coast or whatever. But if you're buying a mail order, which is what we're offering, especially 40, 50 pounds worth of stuff, even if you get it fresh, you'll be freezing it. So we're sort of saying, well, we'll freeze it and prep it in the best possible way so it locks in that quality. And then that way you can just, as you guys did, pop it in the fridge or the freezer, depending on what you bought. And then as long as you follow the instructions we've sent, you know, thaw it out nice and slowly. And then you can go to town with whatever recipes you like, really.
Brilliant.
Okay.
And I think got to mention the packaging, Hills, as well. I was saying to Justin that when they asked if we get the fish okay, said basically hats off for the packaging, because mine was sat on my doorstep for 2 hours before I got home, and when I opened it, it was still frozen solid, and the packaging is what did you put? Like, did you put dry ice in it? Is that what you put in it?
Yeah, that's what we're using at the moment, just to keep it all really perfect.
Yeah, really, really good.
I mean, that's
it.
months and months of research, because not many companies do it, because it's such a hassle to keep fish frozen. Things like meat would be so solid, it keeps frozen for ages, but fish just thaws out so quickly. So we did a lot of tests, so it's working.
Definitely, yeah. As I say, hot day in London on the doorstep, and still frozen solid. So yeah, brilliant.
So if you're selling fish, what sort of fish do you sell, and how do you choose your fish? How do you know which ones to sell? Is it always the same? Is it seasonal? You know, how does that work?
So every fish has a season, depending on whether it's farmed or wild. Obviously, that changes things a little. Salmon, you get all year round, and it's almost all the same. You know, quality stays the same, especially if you get it from a good source. Flatfish and things like that, very much in season during the summer months, warmer months. Once you hit the winter, get quite rowy. So if you were to get it at the fishmonger, you've got a big bit of roe, the flesh starts to reduce. But no, the selection, we don't want to try and do everything all the time, because that's a bit impractical. Plus, nothing's at its best all the time. So hopefully we just have a good broad range of whole portions, frozen fish, and other bits and bobs like that, really.
And not a secret, but what's the most popular fish?
Yeah.
Or does it change all of the time?
Salmon portion is like every single month the biggest seller.
Salmon, okay.
Things like salmon and cod. Yeah, salmon and cod are big sellers, but they're quite sort of neutral fish, so you can do so much with them. And a lot of people who aren't particularly confident with seafood, or they don't like a lot of seafood, there are a few things that obviously aren't too offensive to the palate, so to speak.
Okay. And then is it all UK fish from UK waters, or do you go a little bit further, or it must be like, I'm sure it's a whole minefield nowadays with Brexit and all of that sort of stuff?
It is, but also because of where species come from, you know, you can't get everything from the UK and vice versa. So anything that is native to our waters, we will buy it and sell it on the site. And anything that's from elsewhere, we just make sure we're buying from the best sources and the best quality, really. So things like tuna and swordfish, obviously, we have dealt with our supplier for about 25 years. And their quality is always outstanding. So it gives us confidence, which therefore enables us to put that across to our customers and say, well, we've got confidence in selling you the product.
Brilliant, yeah.
Okay.
And that's what we try and do, isn't it? We try and everyone we have on, we try and make sure they care about their provenance, like the way things are farmed and things like that. So that's amazing that you do that with your products as well.
Yeah, definitely. And at the end of the day, it's how we survived as a whole family business for so long, and how we will do in Pure Seafood for many years to go on. Really, you have to take care of and be conscious of where you're buying the stuff, because otherwise it will vanish and you have no business and nothing to sell.
Exactly.
You know, and it's a passion. I think if you're selling anything, if you enjoy what you're selling and enjoy people enjoying it, then it's a real bonus, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, well, we're on a little bit of a schedule here now. We've got a wedding to crash with someone that you know and love very well. with Miss Jacqueline Wise. So apparently we've got to be there right on time to crash this wedding. So, so thank you very much, Pure Seafood Company. We have a prize winner, and we'll get that over to you. It's Jack. It's Mrs. _ Pitmaster.
Pedro. Yeah. So.
Okay.
So we'll get that over to you. And once again, thank you for supporting our show, and thank you for the lovely seafood. We'll cook it up and get some magic pictures to you.
Yeah,
Perfect.
thank you.
Thank
Thank you. Have a great day, and hit the little X in the corner. Bye bye.